Amen. So before we get into the real message, I wanted to play a game. I need two captains. I know I wanted Matthias as one captain, so Matthias, get up here. And I need a second captain. Yeah, Catalina, I see you raising your hand. So I need you guys up here, okay? So you get to have one partner on your team. Who do you want as your partner out of this whole church? Who do you want? You got to select one person.
I'll go for Aaron.
Aaron, you got Aaron. Catalina, who do you want?
My mom.
Mom? All right, awesome. So this game, the message is called "Don't Miss It." So you guys ever play? You guys know that show Family Feud and everything like that. So they would ask a question. First one to hit the buzzer gets to answer. But we're gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna put up some pictures. First one. So Matthias and Catalina are gonna go first, and then Aaron and Amanda. But whoever gets it right, I'll bring them a candy on Sunday. So I'll make sure I'll get a candy. So we're gonna show them a picture without saying what it is. They're gonna have to answer it just by the picture, just alone. So, Chris, you can put up the first picture. Don't look yet. All right. So once you guys turn around, the first one hit this table gets to answer it. On 3, 2, 1. Turn it around. You gotta look what it is. Who is it? Who is it? Nike. All right, that was a tie. Let's go for one more. Turn around. On 3, at 1, we're gonna turn around. All right. All right, you got the next picture. 3, 2, 1. Turn. Superman. All right, yeah, we got Matthias right here. All right, let's get our next person. Who's the next? Next. All right, let's get our next picture up. 3, 2, 1. Turn. We got a fancy. We got another winner right here. We got 2 candies right there. Let's get Catalina and Matthias back up. Let's get back up. Let's get ready. All right, come on. 3. You want to stand close to the table. You don't want to be far. Don't miss it though, okay? You can't miss it. 3, 2, 1. Turn around. Oh, McDonald's. She slapped the table first. You have to slap the table. No, she said she did it first. So we got McDonald's. Do we have any more, Chris, or is that the last one? All right, that was the last one. So make sure you guys tell me what candies you guys want. Good job. All of you guys got one except there. Awesome. So I wanted to play this game is because it's easy for us to identify these logos even without a name. It's easy to identify it. We can identify an emblem, we can identify songs, but we sometimes can't identify Jesus when he's in the room. Whenever Jesus walks in the room, it reminds me of the story about Martha and Mary. In Luke chapter 10, verse 38 through 42, it says, as Jesus and the disciples continued on their way to Jerusalem, they came to a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. Her sister Mary sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he taught, but Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing. She came to Jesus and said, Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me. But the Lord said to her, my dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these things, all these details. There is only one thing worthy being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her. And I wanted to read that is because maybe we think we can be doing a good job working, putting in hours to make the church look good, practicing music, and even setting up class downstairs. We could be putting so much time in. We can be doing all this work for God's kingdom, but still miss Jesus when he's in the room. And that's what's most important. Acknowledging Jesus while he's in the room. Sometimes we need to just put down the things that are distracting us and pay attention to God. And I pray every single day that God can soften our hearts so we can hear him. I don't want to miss God. I don't want to miss God. It's because I can easily make no's without by us, sitting next to us, yes, but yet we can still miss him. We can still miss him because sometimes we can be focused on the material stuff. And in Matthew chapter 11, verse 15, it says, anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. And I know we all have ears, we can all listen. Some of us children can't listen, but for the most part, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome, Catalina. I wasn't talking about you. Just kidding, no. I was talking about myself. But anyways, as we go on, I know that we all have ears and we can all hear. But for us to actually hear God and to feel His presence, we must be available for Him. We must show Him honor. And reading that book, Honor's Reward, I'm still behind, but I'm still catching up. How do you expect to hear Jesus when you don't allow Him to speak? How do you expect to be in God's presence when you're not even present? In order to be in God's presence, you must be present. So don't miss it. Don't miss Jesus. See, with Mary, she got it. She knew that Jesus was the one that she needed to acknowledge. She honored Jesus. And sure, Mary knew Jesus. She might have loved Jesus, but she didn't honor him. How didn't she honor him? She was making, cooking supper and everything like that, throwing down in the kitchen. She was taking care of Jesus, but how didn't she honor him? And the way that she didn't honor him is because she put ministry over Jesus. It's just crazy how quick we can actually miss Jesus. Just by a blink of an eye, we can miss Jesus. Mary understood it. She acknowledged it. She absorbed the presence of Jesus. And even though that Martha was there, she was not present. And it's just like with us sometimes. Maybe sometimes we're in church and we are seeing other people experience Jesus, but we're not experiencing Jesus because we have not honored him. Just by a blink of an eye, though, we can miss it. If it's in the Bible, there's a reason, though. We need to know these things. It's because, guess what? There is going to be an end time. There's going to be an end time of when Jesus comes back, and we can't miss him. We can't miss him. We need to start absorbing and acknowledging Jesus anytime that he speaks, anytime that he's present. We need to be acknowledging him. We can't be so focused on ministries. We can't be so focused on money. Because if we do, it's coming before Jesus. And it's just like with our pastor, how he just preached on Sunday with the young rich ruler, on how he said, he didn't want to let go of his money. He felt so more secure with his money. He put that over Jesus. And it says right here in Exodus chapter 20, verse 3, you shall have no other gods before me. And I know that seems kind of too much, but we can make objects our gods. They start off as objects, but become idols if you worship them. As silly as that sounds, we tend to miss it, though. Here's Martha. She missed it. She missed it. She missed God's presence. Even though it was right in front of her, breakthrough was happening with Mary. She missed it. She had that opportunity, but she worshipped her ministry before she worshipped Jesus. And God is coming back, and we don't want to miss him. There's signs all over this earth on how God is actually coming back. We need to acknowledge it. We need to know these signs, acknowledge Jesus, honor Jesus, to be his children, for us to actually have that breakthrough. And I know that we've been hearing that Jesus is coming back for years and years and everything. I'm turning 26 this year, And I've heard it multiple times. Multiple times. But just think, Jesus really hasn't been gone too long. He hasn't been gone too long. You see, these past 26 years that I'm going on, or even, let's take it to 100, or even 1,000, matter of fact. Let's take it back to year one. Year one. Say that these walls right here is over 2,021 years of life. And my 26 years, probably right here, in the whole 2021 years. Let's just say that. This is nothing to God. God hasn't been gone too long. And Jesus is coming back. And if you break down these walls, starting from right here, you break down this wall, it just goes on and on forever. So this little room that we are living a life in, that wall's gonna be going down. And we have to be ready. We have to be ready because it says right here in Revelation 16:15, look, I come like a thief. Blessed is the one who stays awake and remains clothed, so as not to go naked and be shamefully exposed. Like I said, if you break that wall down, that's eternity after that. Once that breaks, that's eternity. So these 2,000 years plus isn't long for God at all. He is coming back, so we can't miss him. We can't be so focused on this material stuff. We need to acknowledge God, absorb God, and honor him. Like I said, we can identify celebrities, icons, songs, but we can't identify Jesus when he walks in a room. And it says right here, Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, it says, but seek first his kingdom, his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Seek first. That's what Mary did. She sought after, thank you. She sought after Jesus first before anything. Before ministry, she sought after Jesus. And it kind of takes us with that analogy that our pastor gives us about baseball. First it has to be Jesus first. There's no going around Jesus or anything like that. If you want to make home, you have to go to Jesus first. You have to seek after Jesus first. Before ministry, before anything, seek after Jesus. God comes first in our lives. Like I said, not ministry, not money, not relationships. So we can't miss it. If we put those over God, then we're missing the whole point. We're missing God's presence, and we're just going to end up like Martha. Don't miss Jesus. He's in the room. He's in the room. You just need to seek after him. You need to be sensitive towards him. We can miss him because we don't honor him first. We don't honor him first over everything. And that's why Jesus couldn't do miracles in his own hometown, is because there was no honor. They didn't acknowledge him like others would, saying like Martha didn't acknowledge him. She didn't honor him. But Mary did. Mary did. And the people also that did honor Jesus, so much breakthrough has come because of honor. In Mark chapter 6, verse 4 through 5, it says, Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town, among his relatives, and in his own home. He could not do any miracles there except lay his hand on a few sick people and heal them. And we know throughout the whole Bible, God does all these miracles. God casts out demons and everything because there's honor in there. There's honor in there. And many people knew Jesus